We're looking at a passage this morning from Paul's first letter to the Corinthians, the second chapter. In this passage, Paul says a lot about wisdom, but he downplays his own wisdom. Now, this concept, wisdom, or Sophia in Greek, was an important concept for ancient Jews, Greeks, and others. The discipline we know as philosophy or love of wisdom is so named because the ancient Greeks wanted to have an ultimate kind of wisdom, to know what the world was made of and on what principles it functioned. But even before the Greeks, the Egyptians had created a type of literature that we call wisdom literature. It attempted to teach the things necessary for success in life in the manner of the book of Proverbs in the Old Testament. At the end of one Egyptian text, those who have heard it are said to have recited it as written. It seemed good to them beyond anything in the land. The book of Proverbs begins with a statement that the book was written so that, quote, men may know wisdom and instruction and understand words of insight. People who were thought to be wise, like Solomon and Socrates, were much admired and studied. By the time of Christ, though, wisdom had taken on a larger meaning. Beginning with Plato, wisdom becomes a kind of divine figure. In trying to explain how God created the world, many thinkers began to talk of an intermediary figure, wisdom or Sophia. They did so because they thought God was so holy and so completely separate from anything physical that he could not have created the world we live in or had any contact with it. He created it through his wisdom. The Hellenistic Jewish writer Philo, a contemporary of Jesus, has much to say about the role of wisdom in God's relationship with the world. Christians were influenced by this idea to such a great extent that they ultimately erected the largest building in the ancient world, the Church of Hagia Sophia, or Holy Wisdom, in Constantinople. Now, in this passage, Paul says that what he is teaching will not look like wisdom to the world. The Greek sages, the Jewish scribes, all were looking for a particular type of wisdom. My great friend Pliny the Younger describes listening to a visiting philosopher in Rome. He says, his arguments are subtle, his reasoning profound, and his words well chosen. People were looking for that kind of wisdom. Paul says, though, that when you're looking for that, you fail to see that Jesus, as unlikely as it seems, is the true wisdom of God, the embodiment of all that wise men have been searching for over the centuries. What Jesus reveals is a secret wisdom which can be perceived only when God leads us to it. So let's read this passage now as it appears in the bulletin or the Pew Bible. And so it was with me, brothers and sisters. When I came to you, I did not come with eloquence or human wisdom, as I proclaimed to you the testimony about God. For I resolved to know nothing while I was with you except Jesus Christ and him crucified. I came to you in weakness, with great fear and trembling. My message and my preaching were not with wise and persuasive words, but with a demonstration of the Spirit's power, so that your faith might not rest on human wisdom, but on God's power. We do, however, speak a message of wisdom among the mature, but not the message of this age or of the rulers of this age who are coming to nothing. No, we declare God's wisdom, a mystery that has been hidden and that God destined for our glory before time began. None of the rulers of this age understood it, for if they had, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. However, as it is written, what no eye has seen, what no ear has heard, and what no human mind has conceived, the things God has prepared for those who love him. These are the things that God has revealed to us by his Spirit. The Spirit searches all things, even the deep things of God. For who knows a person's thoughts except their own spirit within them? In the same way, no one knows the thoughts of God except the Spirit of God. This is the word of the Lord.